Welcome back to another Tony Montana video. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well myself. Just going back home after a nice walk. Dogs have been walking for a couple hours, so we're good. I'm good. I earned my beer, so to speak. Anyway, how are you guys? I hope you guys have been enjoying time with your dogs. If you had good weather, take them out, get some bonding with them. Make sure that you're not just letting them rot in their place. What do I mean by rotting? Basically just keeping them in the spots, change spots, cable run, crate, and just not taking them out for actual walking. And I don't count when you go out emptying the dogs. That does not count. Stay. Go. That doesn't count, because the dog primary objective is using the bathroom. And then you need to have time for the dog to actually exercise. Like right now, the dog, what I do here is I usually feed the dog, depending on what it is. If it's just going to be an easy long walk, then I feed the dog first, so that way the dog's body is going to try to push, all the feces, all the urine out of the body, because it has food in the stomach. It's kind of like I guess I learned that it seems like to be like a surviving aspect of a living being. Sometimes I guess he will hold the food inside the body in case there's not enough nutrients, not enough food out there. So I'm assuming the body will keep on sucking any nutrients while in the intestine for this purpose. In case there's no food, they'll keep on sucking any available nutrients from that feces. Sorry, but I had to wait until they were there. Anyway, now let's talk about owning these dogs, and how many you should own. Some people say it's none of your business what another man how many they own, and I believe you're right. Wait, hold on a second. It's a small dog, so we're good. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. All right. Anyway, it's not anybody's right to make or to dictate to another person what they should own and how many of the things we should own. Obviously, there's laws in place apparently for that purpose, and agreed upon number of I guess when you're like a kennel and whatnot. But anyway, I'm talking about how many you should own. That's pretty. Yeah, sorry about that. I saw the little thing. So anyway, as I was saying, how many should you own? And I would say, as a good owner, you should not own more than you can handle. And what kind of test can you give yourself to know if you're able to handle your dog, right? The amount of dogs, and if you can potentially get another one. Obviously, owning multiple of these dogs almost automatically, unless you're well off and you're able to pay the places to keep them while you go on vacation. Your vacation is going to be home most of the time, if not all the time. Come on. Sorry about that. I'm waiting for passes. It's a lot of people. Come on. Anyway, as I was saying, own what you can. Don't own because of a fever you have for the dogs. Like, oh my God, look at this. You know, someone in another channel said some words that I do agree with it to an extent. Someone in another channel said, you know, these dogs nowadays, or even before, with these dog people, you know, they have these dogs like they're in lockup. These dogs are prisoners. That's what he says. These dogs are prisoners in these people's hands, in dog people's hands. That, Reg, how you doing? That if you have them, you know, if you have them in crates and you're coming, it's like, oh, coming through, lockdown, everybody, hands down, hands on deck, prisoner coming through. And if that's the life they're living, I believe there's truth to it. Oh my goodness. I hope this guy is used. There's another dog's over there. You can see it. And I'm gonna have to hold on because there's a bigger dog there and the guy is lazy sitting down. So I'm gonna need to be careful. I'm just gonna point to my dog because my dog is the only one I care about. Come on. Good. Those dogs were stable, didn't show any aggressive action, so he just took a look. And another person with another dog. We'll see how he acts. That dog looks also balanced. The dog is not even paying attention. Good work. Good work. But anyway, let's go back to it. So yes, I agree with people saying, yo, you're spending, there's too many dogs, you can't handle them. The dogs are not being socialized, not being raised right. You're not giving them enough time. So here is when you ask yourself, what do I have these dogs for if I don't have time for them? You need to make sure that you do your due diligence. You know, these dogs have a minimum requirement, but that minimum requirement should not be the only thing you give them. Oh, shit. A mobile barbershop over there. That would have been nice. I haven't cut my hair in a year. But anyway, so if you don't have time for the dogs, you don't have enough time for all the dogs, and they are in those crates, and then you're not doing anything with them, you're not working them out, you're not socializing, you're not spending time with them. Yes, you have too many dogs, my friend. You have too many dogs. And if you're the type that you just want them for a certain time of the year, you got too many dogs. Because owning these dogs has to be first and foremost because you enjoy the breed, you love the dogs, you like to spend time with them, man. You know, there's other things you can spend your money on for other thrills, and you know, you can spend money on other things not relating to animals for this thrill. So anyway, I definitely think that people have to reconsider why they have dogs and how many dogs people have. I personally don't, you know, even when I started back, because I stopped having dogs, I started back. I knew I had a certain number of dogs before, but I didn't start buying that same number. I started slowly. I started one dog at a time. One dog, and then see how I used to do things and how I do things, how they match. Once I got accustomed to it, and I saw that I was working these dogs, working them too much, that I was a little burning it, because at the beginning it was one, then I got another one, and then when I got used to it and I was able to walk, and I used to trainer, and when I started noticing that I'm overtraining both of them, then I got another one. Until I'm find my balance, and I obviously at the same time find the balance within my pack. I do want the dog to be, animal aggressive, because that is part of the standard. It's a priority in the standard. The breed is dog aggressive. So, I do not agree with people saying this dog should be safe. Give me a second. Sorry about that. I was coming through some people. That people don't understand what's going on here. But anyway, if you don't, you don't respect the history, respect how the breed was developed, and respect all the traits that are known for the dog, even though, yes, this is the 21st century, we don't do those things anymore. But at the same time, we still want dogs that it was worst case scenario, and I'm in the new world order. Everybody fending for themselves. I want dogs that will be able to hunt. Dogs that are willing to hunt will continue doing it. So my family and I are one of the survivors, because we have working dogs that are able to hunt big animals, deer. If hogs came back here, because it's the apocalypse, I want to be prepared. And these type of dogs are going to prepare me a lot better than the poodles and the shih tzus and all the toy dogs in the world that are so beautiful, but they are, in practice, in real life, they are just food. They are just food, seriously. So, we have to, appreciate the breed, appreciate the history. I know there's a lot of most of the people in the history of the breed were not so good people. Okay, we know this. Most of those people were not good people, but they were good people. There were good people that actually were in the dogs, had these dogs, bred these dogs for the right purpose, which is just continuing the evolution of the breed. Not because of money. Money was just, I guess, a byproduct of this. Because while we're doing this, let's bet on it type of thing. But obviously that part, while we're doing this, and let's bet on this, became the norm. We're doing this because we're betting, or we're betting because we're doing this, or we're doing this for the betting, instead of we're doing this because we're trying to improve our breeding programs, our dogs. We have no malice intention. We're not using any drugs, because using those drugs will just, hinder what we're looking for. We're looking for the marrow of those animals. See what's what inside those dogs, and not what certain drugs, or not trying to find out who's the best pharmacist and who is able to make the best cocktails of drugs for the dog to perform best, or even at 2 times the normal. We don't want that. You should not want that. You should not want dogs that came from that. But I understand most of the dogs that we know and we have bloodlines were juiced up the ass. I understand that. But anyway, okay, it's a good thing I'm not monetizing, because I think this shit will kill my video, but I'm not monetizing, so we're good. But come. So anyway, that's the difference, man. You got to pay attention when you listen to history, when you listen to people talk, when you listen to people say, "Yo, I'm just gonna go and take all those dogs from that yard down. You know, I'm not gonna use the words, the phrase they use, but just basically saying, I'm gonna go over there and see how tough you are, and I'm gonna just use my dog to take your dogs out. So, no bueno, man. That's not. You gotta respect the animals. Every animal, including the ones that are not on your yard, you need to respect. They're somebody else's work, and if they're trying to do it the right way, even better. If they're trying to be the positive in the breed, the positive in the community, more power to them. Because again, we are the minority. We are the minority here in terms of why we in the dogs. I really love the dogs. Like I said, I know there's a lot of people that I'm involved with that don't do a fraction, not even 10% what I do with these dogs. But I can't. I'm not their father. I'm not their senior partner. I'm just some dude that has dogs just like them. So I just do what I do with my dogs, and I accept that I can't change anybody else's method of raising, keeping these dogs. I can only try to, change their mind by example, hoping that, once I have good dogs, better dogs rather, because I do have good dogs, but once I develop better dogs, my dogs will talk for themselves. I want dogs that are definitely balanced. I'm not looking for, nutty dogs that Joe Public is going to look at, and say, damn, what's wrong with that dog? It just saw paper flying by. This dog is crazy. I want a dog that's intelligent, can read the surroundings, can read the atmosphere. That isn't going to attack a person, obviously, but that's a positive. That goes without saying. This breed is supposed to be 100% human friendly, so there shouldn't be any sort of aggression, even fear aggression, should not be tolerated. So, yes, I do things very slowly. Like I said, I've had these dogs for over 15 years, literally raising them between my hands, raising them, not on some chain. Because I'm saying I'm not talking down on chains, but it's a big difference raising that dog on a chain out there than raising these dogs indoors, between my hands, many hours a day, every day. Huge difference. And people that have had dogs inside and out can agree with that, or perhaps they have a different experience. But most people that I've spoke to agree that indoor raised dogs indoors makes for a more intelligent dog. So anyway, let's talk about one more thing, and then we're done. Cause look at the time. I want to talk about people that judge in confirmation shows, or people that can judge or should judge, like old timers, all right, that again, there's different type of old timers. Old timers that were in it for the dogs, and the other people that were in it for money. So the people that were in it for money always look at things in the perspective of money. So it's like, okay, he's making money, I want to make money. There was a person with a channel that gave an example, and I'm going to grab that example and carry it forward. Just imagine someone famous decided to go and be a judge on a show, and he brings, because he's coming, because he's going, it brings 100 people more than normally would be coming. And I understand it's like $30 for the entrance of each dog, So I think the calculation that was given was 4,500 extra, and they're saying so for 100 people, not including beverages, not including what they might use, including parking. I believe they charge parking separately. They 4,500 is what the event gets. Now you have to understand that's 4,500. Isn't the event? It's not just for making money. It's for raising for other purposes. It's for okay. Sorry, there's a lady that walked around like exaggerated, like my dog is vicious. But anyway, oh, I'm gonna have the problem over there. There's a little doggy coming. Let's see where they're going with that puppy. Maybe pick him up or something. Yeah, that's a good thing. All right, good thing. Anyway, sorry about that. So for, let's say 4,500 is what the event gets. Remember, these events are being made so that people that have papers, registration papers, can show their dogs and have events to gather other people, again, all to make a positive event for their breed. I don't know how much more they do for the breed, but they also have to pay for a lot of things to make it happen. And so I believe that people should, people that can, if you're not tight on money, and if the event, the person running the event is willing to give you expenses paid, then if you're part of this for the breed, perhaps you're no longer have dogs. I'm not sure if there's a dog there or it's a bag. No, it's a bag. So if you're about the breed, then be about the breed and say, okay, pay my expenses, make my day, including meals, flight, and I work your event. No problem. You're doing it. They're giving you all the expenses. You get to go for a nice little trip. Obviously, I'm assuming you're not doing this for a living, but you're getting away for a day or two, free of cost, and you get to enjoy seeing dogs in some other side of the world or another side of the country, and see what's going on, and get to talk to them, give them some sort of talk about doing it this way or that way for the positivity of the breed. You
walking them or they walking you?
We're walking together. So anyway, we're walking together here. I see her, and as I said, if you're involved with the breed, and you're involved with the breed because of you love the dogs and the breed, and you're trying to do things for the breed, for the dogs, money, it shouldn't be a priority. Obviously, if there was something that they're making hundreds and hundreds of dollars, then definitely deserve a little bit more. But if 100 people, that's a lot of people to bring in. So anyway, this is Tony Montana, just giving you thoughts. Take care.